Hey guys, and welcome to episode 31 of How I Made My First $1,000,000. Today we are looking at the numbers from April 1st, 2023, April Fool's Day. But no, this is not a joke. It's completely serious. Everything is completely serious. Okay. Anyways, assets coming in at 73,000. That's up 8,000 from last month. Liabilities 70,000 unchanged. Net worth positive 3,333, up 8,000 from last month. Okay, positive net worth. Cool. Let's look at the chart here. Got another data point. Yep, 3,333. So yeah, basically bouncing around zero. So like the last 6 months or so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least five, call it 5 or 6 months, basically a zero net worth. Okay, fine. I don't know what to say about that. Anyways, let's do the income statement. So if you recall, last month I basically said that I was expecting this month to set a record in terms of expenses. We will see in just a second when I get to the updates why that is not the case. I basically, like anything that I was planning on spending money on, I just didn't spend money on. I either canceled it or reversed it or got refunds. So I'll elaborate in just a second, but we can see right away that revenues were only $1,000. Okay, that's from, selling Bitcoin. Okay, but a very small amount. And the expenses, only 3,500, okay, compared to 8,000 last month. And I thought it was going to be a record. I thought it would be like 10,000 or more. But yeah, only 3,000 is really not bad. So what happened? Okay, rent went up, but I think I've said in like basically every video that the reason this fluctuates is because of a quirk of cash accounting instead of accrual accounting. Personal growth. Obviously, expenses are normally negative numbers. Personal growth and productivity were both positive numbers. And this is because I didn't spend as much and then actually got refunds in both categories that were larger than the expenses. So this was actually a positive inflow. These were positive inflows as expenses. I didn't have a $4,000 consulting expense. I asked for a refund on that, but I don't think it's going to hit my account until like tomorrow. So didn't show up in this month's income statement. Okay, not much else to say about this. Yeah, let's go to cash flows. Very similar. I mean, okay, no employment income, right? Just if you take away the $4,000 consulting expense, it's pretty similar otherwise. Investing, I mean, I just sold less Bitcoin. There's really nothing else to say about that. Financing, still making loans and donations, basically the same as before. So okay, that's the cash flows. Okay, let's get into the updates. This is the good stuff. And I think last month I said that, last month that was February, and now we're talking about March, that it was probably the biggest month in terms of major changes. And that theme continued into at least some of this past month. Basically, right after I published last month's video, like an hour later, I checked my email and I realized that I was hired by Rite of Passage. I got an acceptance letter for a job that I applied for. So that's a big change for a lot of reasons. Like, one, it's awesome to be a part of such a great group of people and a great cause. So that would be amazing enough. But what's also really interesting about that is, from my personal journey's perspective, I haven't applied to a particular job in a lot of years. Like the last few jobs that I had, like consulting with Mike Maloney, it's not like he had a job posting listed and then I filled out the application and said, I'm a good fit for this. It's like I heard him make some comment in a video and said, I should work with you, or for you. I mean, I would be great, and here's why. So I basically just sent him a cover letter, and that's it. And then we did an interview. But the position didn't already exist. Okay, and that's also true of when I worked at UB, like essentially as a college professor. I didn't apply for a job that they already had. I just said, I need to cheat. I need to teach. I sent an email to someone I knew, and then they created a job for me. Same thing with finance. When I managed investments for 3 years, I didn't apply to a job that existed. I was just asked to do it. And being a high school principal, I didn't apply for a job that existed. I was just asked to do it. So my employment history, for the most part, just consists of me either creating a job for myself, or people come to me and say, hey, you'd be a good fit for this. We want you to do it. So anyways, this thing here, being hired by rite of passage, this is a big change in the sense that I said, I think that's a really good thing for me to do. I think I'm a good fit. It's a job that already exists. Can I please do it? And they said yes. So that's awesome. And it starts a week from today. So April 17th. Really excited about that. A few hours after that, the same day I uploaded last month's video, I heard that my first nephew was born into the world. So that's super awesome. My first nephew. And if I were a betting man, I would bet that that ends up being my only nephew. So anyways, super exciting, super exciting. And that's why it gets 2 exclamation points. Okay, and then the day after that, I went on my first cruise. So yeah, a lot of firsts, a lot of exciting things, Yeah, the cruise was good. What do I say about that? Yeah, I guess it's good. What I chose to do was try to get in touch with my body. Yeah, I could see how a lot of people use it as an escape, like escaping life and the work schedule or their family life or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, and I just sort of went at it like, let me get in touch with my body, let me sleep when I'm tired, let me eat when I'm hungry. And if I feel like doing something active, I'll do something active. And if I feel like resting, I'll rest. And I didn't put pressure on myself to follow the schedule of the cruise. Like, oh, we dock at this time, and then we walk around the shore and do an excursion at this time, and then we get back on the ship at this time, and then I didn't feel the need to do that. So that was good. It was a good experience. I would definitely do it again. Yeah, I guess that's it for now. All right, moving right along. I paused, or I am pausing, building your own cohort-based course. I mentioned that last month, but I'm still paused. So it's like something that's going on in the background that I can come back to at any time. It's not like the cohort ends. It's just an ongoing community with ongoing support. I think forever, so it's something that's still in the back of my mind. I could take advantage of it at any point, but I'm just stepping away from it for right now. Also last month, I decided to enroll in a different course, Photography for Creatives, with Stephen Foster. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing it, and then it just felt right, so I did it. And it was good. It was informative. I learned some stuff about photography, met some cool people, but also got in touch with my artistic, creative side, you might say. And I'll elaborate on that further down this list. I also started Part-Time YouTubers Academy last week with Ali Abdal. I think I talked about that last month. So yeah, it's just how to be better at YouTube. Long story short. I canceled the Dream Studio team. This is what I spent $4,000 on last month to basically customize my dream studio with gear and everything, design and gear. And after a lot of soul searching, I made the very difficult decision to just not go through with it. It really felt like I was shortcutting the process, like defining success as like having a high-end studio, spending a lot of money on gear, and just ultimately having good videos and a good setup. But that's not what success is. Like upon reflection, it's like success is in the moment. It's like in this moment, and then in this moment, and then in this moment, and then in this moment. It's like, are you doing the things that the universe is requiring you to do or asking you to do? And Yeah, I think I wasn't. Like the universe is asking me to do things that are uncomfortable, right? Learn this stuff on my own. So I painted my own wall. Like I picked out my own paint color, painted my wall, designed my own background, um, and I'm ultimately going to select my own gear. So that's learning, that's growth, and that's what it feels like I'm supposed to be doing. Not just buying the best camera that someone else says is the best and then using it, because I won't know why is that the best camera, or why are all the cheaper cameras or the older cameras less good. I mean, I don't know, because if I don't go through that process, I'm just simply not going to have an appreciation for what it is. So, anyways, I canceled that consulting arrangement, and I'm getting a refund of half price. So I spent $4,000. I'll be getting $2,000 back this week. So that's that. Softball practice is back up and running, no pun intended, because that means I am also back up and running. Feels good to be moving the body. Definitely wish I could play more than once a week, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Maybe twice a week. I started streaming Minecraft on Twitch. So I've been thinking about live streaming myself playing Minecraft. Okay, I've been thinking of this for probably over a year, a long time, and I just keep dismissing it like that's silly. Like, come on, that's silly. You can't do that. It would take a lot of effort, just like all these things, right? Just like having a newsletter or having a Twitter following or LinkedIn or whatever, right? It's like a ton of work, but the competition is even stricter, and it's harder to make money, and people will laugh at you, like not take it seriously. And then I finally realized it's like, as I get in touch with my creative side, I have this creative urge to create a particular thing in Minecraft. And so I'm just doing it because I think about it all the time. And the more time that passes where I don't act on that creative impulse, the more like pain I feel in my body. And so as I'm doing things in life that like open me up to my artistic side, I realize, okay, I got to do this. I got to do this. Like this idea wants to flow through me, so I should just stop resisting. Pretty simple. Just let it happen. So I started that a couple weeks ago, and I've streamed almost every day for at least 2 hours. Yeah, and pretty much every day when I wake up, I just think, okay, what am I streaming? Like I'm so excited. Like what do I have to get done? What do I have to check off my to-do list so that I can get to streaming? So, anyways, that's really exciting. Who knows what it'll lead to? Along the lines of artistic stuff, I have 3 things here to end the list, which all have happened in the past week. Anne and I attended Shen Yun, the theatrical production of China before communism. So that's, I mean, you could look up, I'll put a link to it in the description. Shen Yun. What to say about that? Just artsy. I don't know, like a stage performance. I don't know what to say about it. Although I'm glad we went. Yeah. And then a few days later, which was 2 days ago, we saw the Van Gogh exhibit, Beyond Van Gogh, which is like a 3D immersive exhibit. And I would say the experience itself was okay. I mean, it was okay. Not amazing, but just being there reminded me of so many things artistically and creatively. I definitely learned some things about Van Gogh that I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't get to spend a lot of time like appreciating the art itself, but the experience is sort of designed around you appreciating him as an artist. So that was good. That was definitely good. And then the day after, which was yesterday, Anne and I went to the Temple of the Universe. So yesterday was Easter. We went to the Temple of the Universe for a Passover Seder hosted by Michael Singer, author of The Untethered Soul, The Surrender Experiment, and Living Untethered, among other lesser works. So that was amazing. That was a really good experience. It was really opening, like in the heart. Really, really opening. We met some cool people. Met Mickey Singer, and I gave him a hug, and I took a picture with him. So that was awesome. That was yesterday. That was super awesome. Yeah. All right, so the last thing I have here is just a reminder to myself to talk about how am I thinking, how am I feeling, how am I doing? Okay, or what am I doing? So that's basically what I'm doing. I mean, streaming Minecraft and sort of working on these other things, YouTube videos, not so much writing, even though I'm working for Rite of Passage. How am I thinking? Well, a little bit I explained my thinking around arty stuff and creative stuff. And how am I feeling? I'm feeling like the answer to the question of what should I do? Like, how should I spend my time on planet Earth? I'm feeling like the answer is to just be open. That's it. I mean, just be open. It's so simple because most things we do, including the act of thinking, they're forms of resistance. Like if you think about it as like electricity flowing through a wire and things that resist that flow, or water, a current flowing in a river, water, and like a dam or any kind of impediment would resist the flow. That's kind of how I'm thinking about my own body and my own life. Like energy just wants to flow through in the form of whatever, painting a wall, playing Minecraft, making a video, writing an essay, whatever it is. All these things want to happen, and I can either create resistance or not create resistance. That's it. That's it. And I think that thinking is a form of resistance. So that's how I'm feeling. If that makes sense. I'm feeling like the key is just be open and just let it happen. And then that's it. That's it. Judgment is a form of resistance, right? Even just thinking about it, analyzing, it's just resistance. It just slows the flow. So that's where I'm at. So, yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. That's it. Thank you for watching. If you have feedback, I would love to hear it in the comments. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next month.